Alright, and that concludes everything in Crossbell. Let's do the monster. West Crossbell Highway monster. Yeah, I guess we'll do that real quick. And then after that, we should be good to go. Because, yeah, we'll head to Michelin. Actually, is the monster in here? No, I can't go here yet. So that's not story unlocked yet. Oh, there he is. Oh, it's just these guys. I don't know why I'm in a yawning mood today. I'm very yawny. Oh. It's because I haven't been upgrading my quartz, that's why. Oh god, I forgot how annoying these guys are. Honestly, I should have came in here with some CP, but it's okay. When I get hit, I get CP too, so this is good enough. Nice. Level 3. 4 turns of strength. Oh my god. Raise the speed when low. Okay. Oh, nice. Big experience. A craft book. This one looks like it suits Randy and Wazi's styles. Good stuff. Want to give it a shot? I'm game if you are. Last Rebellion. Excellent. And everyone leveled up. Perfect. Alright, let's head to Michelin and then we are good to go. This is probably going to be the best one in this chapter. Can Tio be the mascot? So we gotta head to, what, Harbor District and then take the boat, I'm assuming? Oh yeah. Calling all passengers, the ship will be departing shortly. Please board at your earliest convenience. One of our support requests came from the theme park, didn't it? You're right, it involved helping Mishy in some way or another. I wonder what they need us to do. Does it truly matter? Mishy needs our assistance. We have no time to lose. Well, I think we all know Tio's stance on this. Something tells me this is going to be one to remember. We shouldn't head to Michelin unless we absolutely are ready to handle that request. Should we get going? Alright, no time like the present. Oh, I should have brought Kia with us. Lloyd and the others boarded the cruise ship bound for Michelin. After arriving, they made their way to the front gates of the theme park where their client was waiting. What? The client isn't Mishy? Now, what a pickle. This is liable to throw off our entire morning schedule. Excuse us, we're the CPD's special sports section. Do you happen to be Hanks? We're here for the request you submitted. Ah, that's right. You're the S3. Let's see. Yeah, I think it'd be a perfect fit. No sizing adjustments necessary. Wait, sizing adjustments? I'm not sure I understand what you mean. Would you mind explaining your request? How careless of me. My apologies. I'm sure you're all familiar with our park's mascot, Mishy, yes? No breathing soul could know more. Now, Tio here is a bit of an obsession. But yeah, we know him. Hard to live in Crossbow too long without seeing that fluff ball around. Does Mishy have something to do with your request? Just so happens he does. The thing is, we received some bad news this morning. The actor who portrayed Mishy since the park opened, well, he told us that he wasn't going to make it. Make it? Wait, you don't mean... Oh goddess, no, nothing that dire, just a sudden case of upset stomach. Yeah, wording. Plan is for him to get some medicine at St. Ursula and return to work as soon as he's able. But if all goes well, he'll be back in action as early as this afternoon. Still, that leaves the problem of the morning performance. That's where you come in. I need someone to don the fur and be Mishy's stand-in for a few hours. Mishy's stand-in? That sounds pretty fun. Alright, where do I get changed? Yeah, I don't think so. You're far too tall to fit in the costume. On the other hand, I think your pal here with the overly serious expression would be perfect. Me? Overly serious expression. Oh, come on. I was going to use that kitty suit as a free pass to pick up chicks. Damn you, Lloyd. How is that my fault? It's probably for the best, otherwise Randy would have given catfishing a whole new meaning. Good one, Noelle. It's probably the first funny joke she told. So back to the matter at hand, do you think you can do it? Well, we didn't come all this way for nothing. I guess I'll take the job. I owe you one. Now then, if there's nothing more to cover, let's... Oh, does she want to be Mishy? Tio, is something wrong? You've been very quiet these past few minutes. Costume actor? Upset stomach? Medicine? Oh no, she's having her immersion ruined. This is like telling a VTuber fan that, you know, like, she's not real. What's gotten into her? Yeah, pulling back the curtain might have been more than she could handle. I'd be very careful with the next words you say. I'll do what I can. Hey, Tio? No need to mind me. Mishy needs us. I'll make sure to contribute as actively as I can. That's the spirit, Tio. I don't know if I like the way she phrased that. Is she really okay? Everything settled? Good. Now, if you just follow me to the locker room. Sure, lead the way. Hopefully they put some AC or ice packs in it. Well, how do I look? Adorable, actually. Yeah, it really screams you. In what way? It's a full bodysuit, Noelle. So you comfortable in there? Looks like I could get pretty toasty. Can I get this as an outfit for Lloyd when I fight mobs? Can I fight the last boss? Can I fight the DG cult wearing this? I'm sure it will. It's not the most breathable outfit I've ever worn, to say the least. Luckily the height is right. It feels a bit loose though, so it's a little weird to move in. Nah, don't sweat the small stuff. You're going to be doing enough sweating in the costume as it is. But man, it's going to be worth it. Mishy fangirls fawning over you, putting your arms around them with no hang-ups. I'd have plenty hang-ups with that, for your information. Though, speaking of fangirls, where did Tio run off to? Now that you mentioned, I saw her catch the staff member's attention before walking away with him. Ta-da! Oh, is she going to be the other mascot? Michette! Oh my god. What the? Is that you, Tio? Tio, my name is Michette. Don't tell me my own older brothers forgot in my face. Now I'm so disappointed I didn't find Michette on the last day when I was there during the intermission. You gotta be kidding me. Oh my goodness, you look so cute, Tio. I don't think I've ever seen a pink version of Mishy though. Who's this character? I am Mishy's little sister, Michette. She's a selfish girl who is always looking out for her clumsy oaf of an older brother with judgmental eyes. Judgment? That's right, I remember you mentioning that Mishy had a little sister. She came up to me asking if she could help by playing the part of Michette. Dude, Michette. Michette is such a fucking crazy ass name. Michette. I don't know why. Shift doesn't start until later, so I thought, what the hell? So that's where she went. Wait, but by helping out, do you mean... Yes, my intention is to supervise Lloyd's Mishy's routine. Rest assured, his shins will rue every blender he makes. The brutal barbs of tough love. What adoring little sister you have, Mishy. I just wish my shins got a say in it. Wait, shouldn't you be the ones giving me acting directions? Sorry, but we won't have a chance. It's almost time for Mishy to start touring his way around the park. Damn, so I have to improvise as well. That's crazy. And I'm not even getting paid for this either. Listen, just ask yourself, what would Mishy do, and go from there. I'm sure it'll probably work out. Probably. And thanks for the vote of confidence. Remember that at the end of your morning tour, you're scheduled to do the Mishy dance in the main plaza. That one I did prepare a manual for, so skim it and read it, and remember what you can. Let the group read the manual. Dance with passion and pizzazz. Don't forget to close the show on Mishy's signature catchphrase. Let's dance and make a wishy with Mishy. Okay, got it. Okay. At least the catchphrase is easy to memorize. Well, that's helpful. The catchphrase I get, but this passion and pizzazz part is a little vague. Now, how do I do pizza? Well, to tell you the truth, we generally leave Mishy's characterization with the patrons up to the actor. For the entire history of this park, we never ever needed a written manual until today, that is. So if you make a mistake, you make a mistake. Don't let it get you down. On the contrary, as the one supervising, I will not tolerate even a single error. Now I'm getting conflicting signals here. Oops, it's showtime. Let's wrap this up so you can get out of here. Alright, the rest of us will pass the time patrolling the park then. Break a leg, you two. I don't want to break a leg. The time has come to prove yourself, Lloyd. Yeah, no pressure. I don't know how I'm going to pull this one off, but I guess I'll just have to channel my inner Mishy. There's also the catchphrase, let's dance and make a wishy with Mishy. I better not forget it. Alright, let's get out of here and make these kids' wishes come true. I'm counting on you. You too, Michette. I do like the attention to detail. Michette is a bit smaller than Mishy because Tio is also smaller than Lloyd. Well, here goes nothing. I just hope this all works out. Yo, look sharp. Here comes our first patron. Why is she hiding? that makes her look more suspicious. Wow, it's Mishy. Mom, Dad, look, he's really here. Well, so he is. How about that? Settle down, sweetie. You wouldn't want to tire yourself out before we get to the attractions. Yeah, Mishy. Let me think. How would Mishy normally respond in a situation like this? You don't forget to buy a ticket, you shit. Or I'm gonna deport your ass. Have a Mihi magical time, I mean. I will, thanks, Mishy. Come on, Mom, Dad, let's hurry up and go inside. Alright, alright. Now, no need to rush. We have an entire day of fun ahead of us. Oh, now she comes out. Did I do okay? Very much so, Lloyd. Your mihihi was particularly inspiring. Thanks, though I can't say it's easy to say this without getting embarrassed. Mihihi. Ahem. You get used to it. Wow, Tio, you're a pro already. That was surprisingly cute coming from her. Keep up the good work. It's because she's been role-playing, like, for years. She's been practicing in the bedroom. Hey, Noelle, Wazzy. Is it okay to talk to them like this? Well, if it isn't this special support section dynamic sibling duo. Thank goodness you're here, Lloyd. I have an urgent progress report to make. Every time I take my eyes off Wazzy, he runs off to get on the rides. Yo, Wazzy just like me. Oh, don't be such a cop. It's not like I'm going to burn the park down. We're still making our rounds, aren't we? Where's the harm in having a little bit of fun along the way? Wazzy, we are the cops, not to mention on duty. Speaking of duty, you have a pair of children approaching on your 9. It's Mishy. Oh look, Michette's here too. Hey kids, my hide and seek skills need refining. Super kick. Wait, no, oh yeah, right. That's like a thing that the kids do now, right? They freaking try to leg sweep a Mishy. Hold on a second, you can't just assault Mishy. Why would you even do that? What? Did nobody ever tell you kicking Mishy brings you good luck? Everyone knows it's stored in his butt. That's why you gotta boot it all out. Whoever spread that rumor, you wild for that. Haha. God, what genius thought this up anyway? Hey, do you think it works the same with Michette too? I need to do something. How would Mishy deal with this? Tickle them. Mishy has a way of defending himself from kicks. It's this. Yeah. Wow, it's Mishy's famous Mishy Gitchy Goo attack. Ain't no way I'm using that attack in combat, man. Run away. Nigero. That's right, kids. Go on the Ferris wheel or something. That'll show him. I didn't realize playing Kick the Mascot was going to be part of the job, too. Well, you should have. That's been one of the park's recent fads. Well, them's the breaks. For the record, I did try to help. Did I handle that okay, though? I was just making it up as I went along. It was fine. What you did was far more preferable than losing your temper with them. Mishy is a kind and gentle being. Driving children away by force would have been unacceptable. Your judgment served you well, Lloyd. Thanks, I try. I'm just glad they didn't end up kicking Tio, too. Thanks to Lloyd's dashing rescue, of course. Perhaps we should add a sister complex to his rapidly expanding list of proclivities. Okay. Yeah, Mishy and Michette are the siblings here, not us. Incidentally, my research indicated that Mishy's posterior is resistant to strikes and impacts. It hurts less than you expected, no? Yeah, you're right. They must have added extra padding here in the costume. No wonder it's so much thicker down here. Look at the time. We should make our way to the next area, Lloyd. Remember to keep in mind how tight our morning schedule is. Right, I won't. I'll see you guys later. Knock 'em dead, Lloyd. You too, Tio. Alright, back to sneaking on rides for me. Yo, why is Wazzy actually the best character in Crossbell? He's on duty. He's just trying to go on as many rides as possible. He got the fast pass and everything. Oh, hey guys. Oh, nice hustle out there, superstar. You two look like you've had a hard day of work. How would you say it's been going so far? That's a little harder than I imagined. The costume gets toasty like you wouldn't believe. Need I remind you, Lloyd, this is not a pleasant stroll we're taking around the park right now. You have to act as friendly as possible while simultaneously making the park guests feel lucky just to have seen you. Right, yeah, I'll try my best. There's no room for error with Tio once Mishy comes into the picture, is there? Do what you can to keep up, Lloyd, or else Tio's gonna have you strung up to dry in front of the horror coaster. Oh look, it's Mishy. Why does she run away like that? Hey, you're right, lucky us running into him 2 steps off the Ferris wheel. Oh, he's so cute, we just have to get a photo of him. Sure thing, let's do it. Excuse me, do you think you could take a picture for us? Oh, I'd love to. Yo, Randy, get out of the fucking frame, bro. A picture. Okay, stay calm. What would Mishy do in a situation like this? Stand near the woman. Oh my god, I want to pick this one so hard, but I fucked up the Armorica story so much. I need to make up the DP. So you know what? Yeah, I'll stand between them. Oh my gosh, this is gonna go down as the day we finally met Mishy. Okay, smile for the camera. Everyone all ready? Say cheese. You know, if I chose to stand by the woman, Ellie would have been so mad. She would have been so mad. Yeah, what she said. There should have been an option to stand beside Randy. Oh man, Randy hasn't taken one step. You're welcome, here you are. Ah, did I do okay? That was perfect, Lloyd. As the living symbol of the theme park, Mishy is in and of itself a walking attraction. Knowing that an impartial course of action in cases like these is to stand directly between the guests. Makes me proud to see you adapt so quickly to the ways of the Michelamite. I'm honored, I think. Well, as long as you have Tia with you, I think you'll be fine. Good luck, you two. We'll be keeping an eye out. Yeah, you have fun on your date and we'll have fun on ours. No, we will not. Yeesh. At least let me buy you a Bella Cola before you shut me down. Yeah, that's okay, Randy. You can buy me a Bella Cola. Okay then, let's try not to let them or anyone else down. Yes, off to our next location. Oh, okay, we're at the main area. Sorry for the delay, everyone. This is the most you've all been waiting for. Mishy and Michette are going to do the Mishy dance. Yeah, Mishy. They're so cute. Here we go, the dance routine. I'm starting to tense up. Should be fine, the Mishy dance is usually improvised anyway. There are some guidelines, but I'm sure you'll manage if you use common sense. Guidelines, huh? That's right, they gave us a manual about that before the job. I can just recall what it said. Okay, everyone, all together now. Mishy and Michette, bring it home. Here we go. Are you ready to? Remember, dance with passion and pizzazz. Roger. Yeah, by the way, this is improvised. Did they have like rotational devices or something built into them? This is insane. Now for the Mishy's catchphrase. Mishy is love, Mishy is life. Okay, Falcom. Let's dance and make a wishy with Mishy. This one. Make merry with Mishy, okay. Good jump, by the way. Goddamn. I knew you could do it, Lloyd. You have attained total Mishlightment. Lloyd and Tio's passionate dance brought the show to a successful close. Having fulfilled his role to perfection, Lloyd held his head high, knowing he was able to make the park visitors' wishes come true. Once things finished winding down, the 2 substitute mascots made their way to the rest area. I think we managed to pull that one off. Well done. Dancing in a mascot costume was more daunting than I had imagined. You could say that again. I'm burning up in here. Why does the usual guy do this every day? Must be made of some real stern stuff. I would imagine so. Hey, Mishy, Michette. Oh, it's you, Mr. Hanks. Good job out there, kids. You did great. Michette's been all anybody's been talking about today. The park guests couldn't get enough of her. Of me? Really? Yeah, they said the whole cool and aloof shtick Michette would lapse into around Mishy drove them wild. Maybe this is a sign that we should sit down and rethink Michette's entire character. Huh, fancy that. I'm happy to be of service. Incidentally, have you heard back from the usual actor? I almost forgot, he just came in a little while ago. He said that he wanted to meet you. You should find him waiting in the locker room when you get back. Thanks again for all your help. It's not much, but I hope you'll accept this. Mishy plush. Oh my god. Is it the Ichiban Kuji Crane Limited version? We'd be happy to thank you, Mr. Hanks. Ready to head back inside? Yeah, let's. Tio's like, I'm keeping the costume on forever. Mishy mode disengage. I'm drenched in sweat. I think that was the most effort you've ever given on a support request. You did good out there, Tio. Perhaps, but your Mishy mimicry was exceptionally superb, Lloyd. It was an honor and a privilege to share the Mishy dance with you. Ah, come on, you're gonna make me blush. Anyways, I think it's about time to rejoin the others. Is the usual Mishy actor still not here yet? Not that I've seen, he appears to be running late. Gah, sorry to keep you kids waiting. Who? Excuse me for that. Better out than in though, eh? Turns out the pills I've been taking don't work unless I have them after a meal. Skipped breakfast too, so I wound up wolfing down a lunch like that wouldn't believe. Anyhow, is my costume in the locker? Oh no, Tio's immersion. Mishy is a middle-aged man. Huh? What's the look? You ain't ever see a professional mascot before? Come to think of it, I feel like I recognize your faces from somewhere or another. Whatever. I owe you kids big time. Can't have Michelin Wonderland with no Mishy after all. Nice work filling in for me, boyo. Gahahaha. Whoops, would you look at the time? Gotta get changed and prep for the afternoon shift. Tia's about to break down crying in the locker room. Transformation complete. Thanks again, mister. You too, little missy. You really saved my fur. You can just leave the rest to me. See you later. Get the fuck out of here, man. What a pro. His voice sounded like it shifted 3 whole octaves. The guy's the real Mishy, no doubt about it. When out of costume. He's not even from the same universe. Well, that was something. I feel like we just uncovered one of Crossbow's dirtiest secrets. Anyways, let's go meet up with the others, shall we? Never meet your heroes. Yo, Lloyd, something happened to Tio. She's been like this ever since we got back on the cruise ship. You're right, it's like she's staring off into space, eyes empty. I believe that's what we call the look of desolation. Well, let's just say she's been through a lot today. Tio, are you sick? Should we take you to see a doctor? No, I will survive. I was a bit bewildered, but I believe I managed to come to terms with it. This is merely a single rung on the ladder of adulthood. Theme park trouble. Thanks for riding with us today. We'll be waiting your return. Sounds like my girlfriend had a great time. I'm so glad we went. I bought a boatload of souvenirs. Okay, wait. I have to head back so I can place the Mishy reward that I got. Tio's room should be this one? Oh, she got a Mishy plush. Oh, while at the S3 building, Lloyd and the others decided to take a break from their duties. After a cursory check-in with the CBD headquarters, they each retired to their respective rooms. Oh, right, this is Tio's, I got all her decorations, so this is her event. Hey, Tio, got a minute? I do, you may come in, Lloyd. I think I got all of Wazi's too, I think? Yeah, is it time to depart? Just about. HQ didn't need anything else in particular from us today. Not everyone's set to go yet though, so you can take your time if you want. No need, I'm ready when you are. Huh, so you got some new additions to your room. That's the one I just got. Damn, that's like the most mechanical keyboard sound ever. Tio, we need to get you some, a new pad. I'm building quite a collection. Crossbow has a significant advantage over neighboring countries when it comes to mascot-based advertising. Well, this is Mishy's hometown after all. And thanks to Michelin Wonderland, his influence is spreading abroad too. On that note, that pink Mishy over there is Michette, right? She's his little sister. Correct, Michette is a quintessential little sister character, both harsh and overprotective of her helpless big brother. She contains multitudes... Does she now? How many multitudes could a palette swap possibly have? I'm glad Lloyd sees that, yeah. They're all palette swaps. Well, what about the black cat over there? He has the same design of your cushions. Is he related to Mishy? That's Kagemaru. He also appears in Tokyo Xanadu. That would be Kagemaru. It's a cat owned by the protagonist of the recent much beloved series of novels. Kagemaru's daring brand of cuteness and signature purr have contributed to a giant surge in his popularity. You don't say. Kind of thinking, I'm pretty sure I've seen him offered as a prize in the casino. To be honest, I never really understood the appeal of these guys. I mean, they're not exactly what I would call cute. Forget I said anything. While your conclusion is fallacious, invalid, and most of all blasphemous, I can understand how you arrived at that. Mishy's charms are particular and nuanced, with its main selling point being his troubled-looking face. Kagemaru is more of an atypical mascot whose dour disposition makes him extra endearing to his fans and enthusiasts. Neither fits the conventional wisdom of what qualifies as cute, but that paradoxically is what makes him all the more so. You make a strangely compelling point, but I guess I never put that much thought into what people find so charming about it. But while we're on the subject, Chia, which do you prefer? Do you have a favorite? Now you've done it. What? I've tried to avoid this topic, tried to remain ambivalent for so far too long, but now that your question has thrown open the floodgates, I will run no more. Tio, you're starting to scare me. We will revisit this grand debate after dinner tonight, at length. Brew yourself a pot of coffee, Lloyd. We have all night to cover every conceivable angle of this topic. But what about the book I was going to catch up on? My poor sleep schedule. No book. Nice. So that's Tio's decoration. I think... Wait, whose room is this? Oh, this is Noelle's, right. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Okay, apparently I finished Lloyd's collection too. I just didn't know it. Got that out of the way. Be nice if I could take a quick nap, but I guess that's not happening. Hey Lloyd, are you there? Yeah, I'm here. Lloyd's regular fit looks cool. Hey, look at all the new stuff you got. Yeah, my punching bag. And my stereo setup. Male living spaces. Is it that interesting? Well, I guess they're not things you normally find in someone's room. Nope. It's a toy. Is it a toy? It's called a model, right? Like the car you have over there. Doesn't look like an orbital airship though. The shape's all different. Oh, you're right, it's a fictional flying machine from a graphic novel. They call it an airplane. It doesn't run on orbital energy, but in the story it can soar through the sky like a bird. Oh, I want to ride one someday. You said it's fictional, huh? That means it's not real, right? Well, as far as I know, yeah. Pretty sure it's impossible to fly without orbital energy anyways. And then again, it's hard to imagine, but maybe someone out there really has built something like this before. Is that the fourth wall? Oh hey, what's with that? That's for anger management. It's a punching bag. There's a bunch of sand inside. You can use it to practice your punches and kicks. It's no substitute for actual boxing, but it's nice for some light training. Oh, I get it. They make it like that so it doesn't hurt you when you hit it, right? Exactly. She always catches on quick, doesn't she? I can tell she's getting smarter by the minute. Kia? Lloyd. Oh. Are you alright? Just try to hug the punching bag? That was fun. This thing is great. I know what you mean. Now that I think about it, my brother used to have one in his room too. It was a lot bigger and heavier though. I remember how much it hurt when I tried to punch it. Maybe it'd be better if I got the real deal instead. Hey Lloyd, can I play with this when you aren't home? It'd be perfect for practicing my tackles. Okay, as long as you don't hurt yourself, okay? guess I'll be keeping this one for a little while longer. Nice. That's cute. That's Randy's room. And I finished Wazzy's collection. I know I did that one. Kia's not home at the moment. She's at the library. Okay. Alright, well that takes care of all the requests now, so let's head to the doll studio. Yep, there is nothing left. I guess we can visit Kia at the library real quick, because why not? Oh, shit. Both my aunt and my uncle are here. Fancy seeing you here, Light. Did you need something? Oh, don't act so surprised to see me, mister. You left your lunch behind, so I brought it for you. What? I never even noticed. Thanks, dear. So to make you come all the way here. Oh my gosh. What a nice, wholesome interaction. Oh, hey guys. Getting some reading done? Sure am. I'm looking for something to cheer Shizuku up with on my next visit. Still deciding what book to bring, though. This one's pretty interesting so far. So far, but wait, that's from the Braille corner, isn't it? Kia, can you read Braille? Yep. Is that a big deal? A big deal? Someone help me out, because I don't even know where to begin with this one. Did they teach you that in Sunday school? Nope, I picked it up while hanging out with Shizuku. Did you know the Mark and the Witch of the Deep Forest has a Braille version too? They made it a lot easier to pick it up. I get that reading a book you're already familiar with would help, but still. Uncanny comprehension skills are hardly out of the ordinary for Kia. That's what's interesting about her. She kind of picks up stuff instantly and can kind of make anything happen, so I'm very curious to when the story's going to kind of lock in her identity. Who are you, Kia? What are you? They called her, was it Joachim called her the Divine Child though, right? So, whoever she is, she's like some sort of ancient, like being similar to Zeit and Ragnard, I'm assuming. Garage. Look at this guy Ryu still hiding out in my garage, man, alright? Like I don't know what's going on. Like get out of my garage, buddy. Okay, but this interaction I'm looking forward to, because now we're gonna get more Ouroboros into the picture. Hey, look! A moving truck. Hey, thanks again, Meister. You've been a great help. But these will be set for the debut of the new performance in a couple of days. Hydios above, your troop is far too demanding with its requests. Each and every one of them. Tuning the automata would have been work enough, but designing an entirely new stage set on top of that? I'm a busy man, you know? I really do apologize for that. Evie and the troop leader can have some pretty lofty standards sometimes. That extra mechanism they asked you to install was something they just couldn't live without. Oh, it doesn't matter now. I have no issue with lending my studio's expertise to service your place. I'm sure the goddess would prefer it to the alternative. Thanks? But come to think of it, Meister, we haven't received a response to our invitation yet. Arc-en-Ciel would be honored to have you attend the show. It'll be our pleasure after the amazing set and automata you've provided us. Your mirror is thanks enough, but I appreciate the gesture. But as I said, I'm a busy man. Oh. Man, and I told him he wouldn't go for it. Still, I'd love for him to see how his hard work is being used on stage at least once. Oh, pardon us. That's pretty cool. So they're using it for the new performance. The revitalization. Wait, aren't you the S3? Oh, we are. You're the stage technician for Arc-en-Ciel, correct? Yeah, name's Heinz, not the ketchup. I'm in charge of the props and equipment and such. What are all of you doing out here? Come to see the Meister? Something like that. Made a little matter we wanted to consult him about. Are you here to pick up a commission? Yeah, we had to order for an automaton, tune-up, and some new set pieces. It was kind of on short notice with the debut on the revival performance coming up, but he really did us a solid getting it done so quickly. To tell you the truth, everyone in the troupe owes the Meister a Torim. You don't say. Speaking of which, isn't the revival performance only a couple of days away? That's right. Edie and the others are kicking it into high gear right about now. Heck, I've been getting into it myself with all the changes we made. Have you now? Sounds like you're all primed to put on a real box office hit. Now that's the idea, but whoops. A little behind schedule. Gotta get back and set things all up. See you guys later. Stop by and say hi to everyone when you get the chance. We'll be sure to. Be careful on your way back. We already knew that Meister was the one behind Arkangel's theater magic and all. Man, it kind of makes you forget this place has ties with that society, huh? That it does. Well, at least we know the Meister is in right now. I'm not sure if he'd be willing to tell us anything about the society, though. We'll never know if we don't ask. Right. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, I suppose. Let me in! Once you enter the doll studio, you'll be unable to visit other places outside of Crossbow City for the rest of the day. Okay, well, I'll save my game then, in that case. And then we'll go in. How about that? Wait, and then there's fucking hell. Wrong button. Lloyd used the iron knocker attached to the gate. Excuse us. This is the CPD, S3. I'd like to have a word with you. Yeah, what he said. No need to shout. My hearing is perfectly fine. Whatever business you have must be important if you come all this way. But I don't have very much time to spare. But I will make an exception this once, as long as you keep things short. Oh, it's a robot. Oh, she's so cute. A Rosenberg doll. Not an automaton, by the looks of it. Enter. This little one will guide you. See to it that you don't wander anywhere you aren't supposed to. Well, I guess I can't talk. Not that I was expecting it to. Yo, get a load of this gal. Sure doesn't look like any machine I've ever seen. Mind taking us to where your master is, little miss? Oh, she bowed. She's like one of those wind-ups. I think we're supposed to follow her. Right. Probably shouldn't keep the Meister waiting. Ouroboros, just what kind of enemy are we dealing with? That's the thing though, like after Weissman's dead, like we don't really know what the other Ouroboroses like are doing. Oh, that's cool. She went inside. And we know for a fact too that the enforcers are allowed to do whatever they want. So honestly, like the real evil ones are technically just the Anguisses and whoever the Grand Master is later. DG are like the real evil ones, but who knows when they'll show up again. Lloyd and the rest of the S3 then followed the automaton inside. After going through what feels like a maze, they emerged in an underground section of the studio. What is this place? Oh, Pater Mater's there. It's incredible. Rosenberg Studio. Whoa. There he is. Is that it? That giant archaism you mentioned before? Yeah. Ren used it back at the Sun Fort. I believe she called it Pater Mater. So this is where it's been. The hell is all this mechano crap doing down here anyways? I thought this was supposed to be a doll studio. I believe those terminals are connected to the orbital network. That must have been where Kitty was remotely hacking the network. Well, what is it you want? Master York, thanks for allowing us to come in and speak with you. We have a few questions we were hoping to ask. Would they by any chance happen to be about what Capanella's been up to? So you know. Do not misunderstand. You're correct that I have ties to the society. In the end, however, I am nothing more than a humble doll maker. I'm not directly involved with whatever grand scheme they have planned. So in other words, you can't tell us exactly what Capanella is plotting to do. I do not, nor am I in any position to. However, you should understand that he is an enforcer, not an Anguis. He's not authorized to propose plans for the society to pursue. The Anguis, rather, are the ones who draft such arrangements. Well, now hold on just a minute. This is a little too much to take in all at once. Isn't this insider info? Should you really be giving it out so easily? It's hardly confidential. There are many on the continent who know of this already. The church, the guild, the intelligence agencies of the major powers. And even that is only just scratching the surface. So the society is so widely known, yet still you're able to freely continue making dolls here. As I said, I am not in the position to know all of the society's inner workings. Take the archaisms, for example. Their construction relies on technologies from many other workshops besides this one. My studio is just but one scale in the ever-coiling serpent, which is why the church and guild will never set foot in here without due cause. I suppose that makes sense. Someone like you is more valuable while you're still attached to the snake, which makes you a handy source of info. Correct. That being said, this studio has already been preemptively outfitted for any contingencies. Even should you break the front door down with an arrest warrant, all you would find is an empty and meager doll studio, nothing more. Not even Peter Mater. Well, would you like to try your hand at taking me into custody? Having heard all that, you may not have another chance. No, that's not why we're here. You made your point. We'd like to inquire further if you're willing to answer. I guess that's all we can do. Doesn't mean I like it. A wise decision. I take it that you'd like to know something more concrete than veiled statements and broad outlines. Well, narrow your questions down to 3, and I will answer them if I can. Oh, he's a genie! Fair enough. What 3 things should we ask him about? What 3 things should I ask him about? Oh no, I only have 3 questions, and they gave me 3 options. Sure, I guess I'll ask more about the Anguisses. We're starting to hear more of them now. We know the 6th Anguis is a woman. The 1st Anguis is like a guy, and I'm assuming if all the Anguisses are kind of by order of strength, then Weissman was kind of weak then, because he was the 7th Anguis. Oh shit, they're actually showing some of them. So Weissman, Novartis, who is that with the spear? The Anguis. They are the 7 snake apostles who live and serve to realize the Grand Master's plans. Okay. Why are you showing Weissman, man? Like, bro's dead. He got turned into salt. Even I do not know all their identities. However, I'm aware of the Anguis that will be arriving in Crossbow before long. Is there any way you can tell us more about them? One is a man, the 6th Anguis, to be precise. He leads the 13 factories that comprise Ouroboros' technological network. He is the society's greatest theoretician, an engineer with an insatiable appetite. Dottore. Needless to say, he is a contemptible man. You clearly have a high opinion of him. Just how contemptible are we talking? He's the sort of man who cares for nothing but satisfying his own intellectual curiosity. It's actually Dottore. I'm unsure what he hopes to achieve by coming to this land in person, but I can say this for certain. His arrival is anything but good news for Crossbell. I will take your word for it. He will not be alone, however. The 7th Anguis, the Steel Maiden, will also be coming to Crossbell. Oh shit, okay, new wait, what? 7th Anguis? Huh? Wait, that was Weissman. Hey, yo, what? Damn, they replaced Weissman like this. Like that. They're like, Weissman dead? Alright, bet. Bring the next person in. We gotta interview the next candidate. That's crazy, okay. I'm pretty sure Weissman was the 7th Anguis. Okay, but this is a new character, and this is a woman. The Steel Maiden. That's got an ominous ring if I ever heard one. She is an enigma, to say the least. Briefly put, she is a masterful warrior, whom you have no hope of defeating, even if you were to face her all at once. Oh, that must be that woman that we saw in that little still picture with the spear. The Steel Maiden. Yeah. She's that strong? Trying to wingman your fellow conspirators, I see. It's merely a word of warning. Unlike the 6th Anguis, I've heard the 7th Anguis is a virtuous individual. However, were you to face her unprepared, it would surely cost you your lives. Interesting, okay. What's their grand scheme? As I already told you, even I am not familiar with the details. From what little I've heard in passing, however, I do not know what it is called. The Phantasmal Blaze Plan. Phantasmal Blaze. Now that's a name rifle with symbolism. This plan, does it entail causing some sort of widespread incident in Crossbow? Like the one in Liberal last year? But that can't be, there's no way we could just let that happen. Oh, stop making me repeat myself, I do not know the details. What I can tell you is that the Society's intervention here pales in comparison to what happened in Liberal. The Society prefers to operate from the shadows above all else. They aren't the type to make their move on the surface. I'm kind of curious too if each of the Anguis has their own set of enforcers too. Because like what we saw in Liberal, right, with Weissman and his enforcers were just like, they were a bunch of like mercenaries essentially, that were kind of allowed to do whatever they wanted, right? But they just had the backing of Ouroboros, so like they had access to like the 13 factories, like the technology, the power, and you know, the status that came with it, right? But I'm kind of curious if like Novartis, who we see later, and the Steel Maiden like character, do they all have their own squad of enforcers, or are enforcers kind of like on a, you know, like on a for hire basis, right, where they kind of just work for a different Anguis whenever they want to? Like that's kind of what I want to know. That's like my main question, but I can't ask it. I'm not Lloyd right now. Was that supposed to make us feel better? Because it sure as hell ain't working. The fact that he can give us nothing but a name makes whatever they're doing all the more suspect. Okay. What did I ask? I forgot. The DG cult, you mean? As far as I know, the two sides never had any direct ties. But having said that, it is a fact that the Society was the one that destroyed the lodge where Ren was being held. What? You're referring to Paradise, right? Yes. My understanding is that the cult used it to lure in and exploit influential individuals from around the continent. Yeah, it was an illegal child sex brothel, basically. And Hartman was one of the participants too. Yeah, because it was used to kind of, it was like a social club, basically. Disturbing, but also realistic. In all likelihood, it was brought down because it began to target influential individuals the Society was backing. Oh, that's why. Okay, that's why Josh and Lo were dispatched there. And then Ren was just like collateral that they picked up, and then Weissman was like, oh, nice. another child soldier for my collection. It's nothing short of a miracle that Ren survived that place. Yeah, just like Tio. But that hellhole deserves to get wiped out. It's not like that makes Ouroboros the good guys either. It's true. Weissman didn't do it for frickin' good reason. Hope you didn't expect that explanation to win us over. As I said, I'm only telling you what I know. Take it how you will. Okay, I'm done. Oh, that makes 3 questions I've answered. You've taken up enough of my time. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave now. But... Fine. That's what we agreed to, so we'll just be going for now. Would you mind if we return mind if I return for 3 more questions? If I feel so inclined. Keep the following in mind, though. It is not only Ouroboros that you should have your sights set on. There are other forces to be cautious of in the wake of Crossbow's bid for independence, wouldn't you say? I guess so. The man's got a point. Sounds like you probably know a thing or two about that. Maybe so. Maybe not. Off you go. Follow the little one like you did on your way here. If you wander off, I can't guarantee your safety. Can I keep the doll? It's gotta be the smallest player model I've seen. She gonna bow again? Nice. I feel like I just came out of a bad dream. The Phantasmal Blaze plan and the 2 Anguis making their way to Crossbow to enact it. It's so fantastical I can barely bring myself to believe it. Just how dangerous are they? From what I've heard about Liberal's incident, very. We can't take the threat they pose lightly. Still, what if the Meister told us is true? Whatever they're planning in Crossbow isn't as extensive as it was in Liberal. That'd be a relief. I hear they had an enormous battleship to contend with. Not to mention that giant archaism, Pater Mater. Where'd you get that info? The 1st Division had it all labeled as classified. Don't tell me you heard about these kinds of things while working as a host, too. My lips are sealed. Wait, what? Wazzy knew about what? enormous battleship to contend with. I see, so he knows about the red ship. I forgot what it's called though. The Almighty or something? Yeah. Interesting. You know, game, whenever you wanna drop the Wazi lore, you can drop it whenever. I'm still waiting for it. Something wrong, you two? Well, yeah, just a little. Tio might be able to explain it better than I can. You mind? I'll make an attempt. Having seen the automaton that guided us out of the studio, it's become clear the society is far more mischievous than they are malevolent. Mischievous? They have more technological prowess than the Epstein Foundation and Zeiss Central Factory, yet squander it by choice. Consider the research necessary to develop Pater Mater. It would have been more practical to use the same resources to build 50 airships. You think so? Perhaps they have a source of funding, one deeper than we may realize. Maybe, but whether you're an army or a crime syndicate, efficiency is typically the highest priority of any organization. Recreation typically doesn't have much of a place there, if at all, but Ouroboros turns all that right on its head. That makes their motives and rationale all the more baffling to me. Took the words right out of my mouth. Well, I think it this way. I think Ouroboros is kind of like a... It's kind of like a encompassing net for a bunch of like rejects, but like talented rejects. Like everyone that we met back in Ouroboros in Liberal was like talented. Like Walter, he was a reject, right? Because Zin's master, right? Zin and Walter's master, he chose Zin, right? So Walter got rejected. Lucia, for instance, right? She was betrayed by her troop. Ren, you know, she was groomed by Weissman, right? A victim. Josh, same thing, right? He was a victim from Hamill. Same with Lowe, really, right? He was emotionally blackmailed pretty much by Weissman to get revenge on the Urbonians, basically, right? So everybody in Ouroboros, enforcers, and maybe Anguisses as well, they're all like victims of circumstance, but like they're all very talented people. So like they're not in it for the money. I wouldn't even say they're in it to like destroy countries or like create ruin either. They're just in it for like power and kind of like doing shit for the sake of doing shit, really. Whether it's like causing harm or kind of, you know, doing whatever they want to. So I think Ouroboros, like they're not evil, but they're more of kind of just like a wild card, really. Whereas like DG and all these like internal political strifes, like Osborne, and Samuel and Rocksmith, right? Like they're more clearly defined factions, whereas Ouroboros is like you don't know what they're gonna do. At least that's what I got for now. The thing about it is, no matter how many Anguisses and Archaisms, I mean, come on, Ouroboros employed a guy like freaking Bleu Blanc, okay? Who the fuck hires Bleu Blanc as an enforcer? You're crazy, man. No matter how many Anguists and Archaisms they've got hiding up their sleeves. The Red Constellation and Heihui are probably more of an actual threat, realistically speaking. Yeah, that's true. And that ain't even taking into account whatever the Empire and the Republic are up to. That's true. I'll put all four of them into one autonomous state together and you've got a disaster waiting to happen. The kitchen already has too many cooks without the society. The big question is, what do they plan to bring to the table? Who's to say? Even back in the terrorists at the trade conference was allegedly on a complete whim on their part. They don't seem to have any interest in involving themselves with conventional power struggles. In that case, would they make what they are working towards as unconventional as everything else they do? I don't really want to make a Genshin reference, but I feel like they're almost like the Fatui, really, where they're trying to kind of push the extent of humanity, or like push the extent of like what humans are capable to like that, like to the brink, really. Because like what Weissman was trying to do was he was trying to basically bring back the ancient city, right, of Oriol back into the living world, which he succeeded in doing, right, in Sky 2. So I think like all these Anguisses kind of just want to, like they're like a bunch of fanatics. They're not evil per se, like by definition, but they want to kind of just experiment and do everything possible to kind of like do something new. And whether it's ethical or not, or whether it like kills people or not, it doesn't matter. Like for them, the means don't matter. but the ends do. So I think that's the modus operandi of them. Not that I mean we're completely in over our heads trying to do anything about it. All we can say for sure is that whatever it is, it can't be good for Crossbell. At any rate, we should return home for now. Yeah, that's right. Rant over. Not talking anymore. Want to relay all this to the chief? After that, we should do the same for the CGF and the guild. Regardless of what the society is after, the least we can do is make sure we're ready for them. I agree. Oh, good call. Back to the city we go. Alright. Yeah, so far the story is kind of like being pretty, not vague, but being pretty like safe for now. Like it's not really having any like big plot blow-ups or anything. But I feel that when it does, I don't think it's going to calm down because there's a lot of build-up. There's been a lot of build-up, really. Oh, my enigma. What could it be? I get the feeling someone's in need of our services. Yeah, it's me. Oh, Lloyd. Thank goodness I finally got a hold of you. Hi, friend. Have you been trying to contact us for a while? I have, but for some reason none of my calls were able to get through. I haven't tried anyone else's enigmas, but they got a total no-go, too. Must have been an orbital wave jammer in that basement of the studio. Sorry about that. We ended up wandering out of signal range. What's going on? Do you have an urgent support request for us? Not quite, no. Half an hour ago, there was a train derailment on West Crossbell Highway. What? You serious? I wish I wasn't. The 2nd Division is on route to investigate the scene. The CGF on its way too, so there's probably no need for you to go. This sounds like a distraction for something. But I figured I should keep you guys in the loop just to be safe. Got it. Thanks for telling us, Fran. If you find out more, let us know as soon as you can. Roger that. Is something the matter? Did Fran have something important to tell us? Well... What the hell? A derailment just went right off the tracks? Yeah, France, the 2nd Division, and the CGF are on their way. So we can probably leave it to them. Then again... It'd be hard to turn away from something so concerning. I'll say. Timing is a little too suspicious for my taste. I have my doubts that this was just a mere accident. What should we do now? Well, we have until the end of the day to report on what we learned about the society. For now, let's go to the scene of the accident. We can't overlook the possibility that some sort of foul play was involved. Okay. Probably best to take our new ride there if we're looking to get there ASAP. Okay. Take my sweet whip. Train. Oh, nice. They put it right here. Train derailment site. Thank you, game. Okay, let's go. That's the first time we've seen ambulances in this entire franchise. I've never seen an ambulance before. Were those hospital cars just now? Correct. All of them are registered to St. Ursula Hospital. There were 3 of them too, damn. Do you suppose they were transporting those who were injured from the derailment? Given the timing, I wouldn't doubt it. So Seal and the rest of the hospital are going to have a long day ahead of them. We have to get to the scene of the accident. Roger. This is a really good shade of blue on that car. I picked a good color. Oh, we got some buses too. I guess they're rerouting people. Those buses just now. They look like the ones used to carry people traveling to and from the Republic. Must have been transporting the rest of the passengers that were on the last train. Damn, what a shit show. Makes me wonder how extensive the scale of the accident is. And that's why we're going there. Yo, Lloyd, you guys made it. Hey, Franz. So you're on this case too. Hey there, Noel, Randy. Thank you both for coming as well. Of course, good to see you too, Dahlia. Looks like we're in the right place. What's the situation? Commander Bales and the police are currently investigating the scene of the accident. Inspector Donovan and Detective Raymond from the 2nd Division are leading our department's efforts. But from what I could tell, it looked like the mess the train went clean off the tracks. It's gonna take a long time to get things cleaned and repaired. What are the passengers? Well, no fatalities, thank the goddess, but a few were in critical condition. Those most in need of medical attention were carried away by ambulance a little while ago. Yeah, we saw them on our way here. And the other passengers, were they transferred to buses for the remainder of the trip? Yeah, there was one round of them arranged for passengers headed for Crossbow City, and another for those going to Altair. It's chaos sorting it all out. I can imagine. It's not every day you have to go to damage control for an accident this severe. Speaking of which, we should make our way to the scene ourselves. We're okay to pass through? Yeah, should be good to go. I doubt anyone's going to complain. Feel free to head in whenever you're ready. Okay. I see. This is what this place is for. The train accident has just passed here. Commander Bales and the officers of the police department have already begun their investigation. You're permitted to enter. Whatever hit the train caused it to go clean off the tracks. We should be thankful there were no fatalities. Oh, I can't change my drip. My car drip. I can't do it right now. Hope the reporter that just went in doesn't interfere with the repair process. Probably alright. She seemed like she had the most common sense. Oh, really? If it's who I think it is, I wonder. Second Division investigators are currently looking at the cause of the accident. Fortunately, it's going to take some time away. They still haven't pinpointed any specifics. It's not often that we get the opportunity to collaborate with the Guardian Force on an accident like this. The scene of the accident is in rough shape too. As officers of the CPD, we need to do everything we can to help. Hard to ignore that this accident went down right when the international tensions are at the highest when they've been in years. Can't help but question if it's really just a coincidence. Wouldn't be surprised if the Red Constellation is involved. Commander Bales is overseeing the repair efforts on site. Make sure to report in with her. Okay, that's, yeah. You don't care if I break that crate real quick?